believe Buffalo's going to win it both.
Kick your heels up and down.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one
Come on
Circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
All right, we are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast. We're excited today. Definitely coming off a good win. I got the gang with me here today. And yours truly, our guy, Mills, a.k.a. Mills, ran off of all the merch money. Mills, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? Excited to be here, talk some Bills football. Another win, another pod on the positive side, I think.
He definitely sounded like he ran off of all the money. But shout out to our guy, Rat, a.k.a. Red Rat, Bloods in the house. Rat, what up?
So, shout out to everybody watching, man. I feel good. Another Bills win another day. I don't got to wear black. That's all black Matt over there. He can do that, but I'm happy. I'm in red and different color, bright colors, man. We got to win. I'm happy. Let's go.
For sure. Definitely not a funeral. Shout out to it may be. I got some stuff to talk about. But our guy Matt, all black Matty Ice, aka you know it. Matt, what's up with you?
Nothing much, man. Just ready to talk about the game and the season going forward.
Absolutely. We're definitely excited. Definitely some things to talk about. Listen, I need everybody. I need you right now to please like and share. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, all those amazing things. And also, Matt, please let the people know who this episode is sponsored by.
Yes, sir. This episode and every other episode is brought to you by none other than Buffalo Wing Kings. If it's two things the guys here at the Overdue Bills podcast know, that's Bills football and that's wings. Our first choice and the best choice is Buffalo Wing Kings. At Wing Kings is Wings 101. With over 101 different flavors and their beloved Wing of the Month special. Wing Kings is sure to school any other wing place around. Hit them up for Bills games, parties, whatever you may need some wings for, go hit those guys up. Stop by their Elmwood Village location at 484 Elmwood Avenue or give them a call at 716-248-1427 and find out why they say, and we know they got the best wings in town, hands down. And make sure you mention our name when you stop in there. You get 10% off your order.
Okay, definitely a little bit of housekeeping, please, man. Listen, overduebillspod.com, overduebillspod.com. We need you to go there right now if you can. Please put that in your web browsers. That's where you can get our content. You can get our merch. You see the merch. You see the different flavors. See the different colors. So definitely want you to check that out. We have some special things going on there. So, we just want you to get on there. So, all right. Let's get into the show, man. Let's get into the show. Quick question of the day. I'm going to ask you guys this because we've all been to games. Went to the game yesterday. So let me ask y'all this. And everybody in the comments, you can comment on this. What is your feeling on coaches in the stands? And what I mean by that is, like, when the game is going on, basically the people around you, whoever in your circle, maybe you are with people who, your friends and stuff like that, or you're just with, random Bills fans that you may not know. What is your feeling on, them telling Dabel, even though he can't hear us, what to do and what we should be doing and like stuff like that? How do y'all feel about that? Is it a situation where y'all want to argue back with them and tell them, no, actually you're very stupid, we actually shouldn't do that? Or is it a situation where it's like, all right, you know what I mean? Let's get this dialogue going. Let's see what we can get. How do you feel about that, Rat?
It's fans. It's fandom. As a fan, you expect. What we doing? We kind of do. That's what we about to do later on in the show, I guess. Tell Dabel what he should or should not do. But yeah, I mean, some Buffalo. A lot of they probably on their 10th beer. You know what I mean? A lot of them. So it is what it is. I mean, some of it is funny. Some of it is good. And that's what I think. That's what a fan is when when you especially in Buffalo, it was cold. You know, it wasn't cold. Maybe it was a little chilly. Okay, but maybe for you, I don't know. That's probably a good day for most fans. But it's a cold. You know, you're gonna be a lot of drinks in you. You kind of just, you know, you shooting shit. So I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. And I had a season tickets holder myself when I was there, and it was fun, man. It was fun, you know, slapping people up. You know, people just saying stuff. You agreeing with stuff they not. You halftime, they don't know what they talk about. You just agree with it, man. Let it go. Let it ride, man. Let them rock out. Let them rock out.
So Matt, you're the resident season ticket holder. So Matt, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I hear a lot of nonsense throughout the year, but you know, I kind of just do it how I do, like when you post in the group chat on game days. I just like let it go. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let him rock. I'm gonna let him say what he's got to say. We'll talk about it later. Because obviously I gotta talk to you again. These other guys and people in the stands. If I hear some craziness, I'm like, all right. Whatever.
We should make this field goal right here. It looked like Pittsburgh looking crazy out there. Tom, you know,
hindsight is
looking crazy.
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20 after every play. Oh man, we should have did this. Oh, we should have did that. You know, all right, man. But I'm that same way. I'm like, whatever. I'll just brush it off.
Mills, how do you interact with it?
I love it. I'm kind of opposite of Matt because Matt is a season ticket holder. So the people that he's sitting next to, he's probably gonna sit next to again next week.
You would think
so I'm
that.
not gonna ever see these. I'm never going to see these people.
It really doesn't happen
that way. I'm never going to see these people again. Where? No?
Well,
I mean, it depends. It's like it used to be that way where, like, you know, we had our crew for. I mean, there'd be people like in sections over. And there's still a couple. Don't get me wrong, but like it seems like every year we got somebody new next to us or like up to our left, and it's like all sprinkled in with new and the same old people. It's weird.
But yeah, I love it, man. I like to hear how people think. You know, like. How they feel if they was in that position. And, you know, to top it off, I love it when we have the opposing team fan in that same section. So they can just go back and forth. Because like Brad said, they be sauced out there, man.
Yeah.
I went to the home opener against Pittsburgh. The dude had to have 15 beers, man, no matter the first half. And it was insane. He was just calling out plays. We should do this. We should do that. That was a stupid play. This is a stupid play. And it's like, yo, I don't even think y'all really thinking for real. Y'all just throwing out anything right now because things didn't go the way you wanted it to go. You know what I'm saying? But it is good to hear. It's entertainment. You know, it helps the game go by a lot smoother, especially if we're down. So yeah, I'm good. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't mind it. Actually, I get involved in it. Everybody know I'm a savant of the game.
You probably talk back. You probably argue.
Absolutely.
At a timeout.
It's not so much I argue. It's just like honestly, I commend the audience. And yesterday, I commended the audience that I was with. Everybody wanted to know what I thought, my thoughts of, you know, the play and things of that nature. Really what happened was the first non-scoring play of the Miami Dolphins when they did march down the field, kicked the field goal. I predicted it would be wide left, and it was. And I literally said that, and everybody honestly from that point thought I was a prophet. They thought like I had the juice, which I did. And from that point on, I was like, I commanded the audience. So it was like everything that I said, you know, was what they wanted to hear. But that being said, let's
tune in today.
Yes, for sure. That being said, let's get into the game. You know, we got some give and take things. You know, we start off with our give and take segment all the time. And I'm going to go to Mills first. Mills, what are some things that, you know, we're kind of taking from this game and some things that we're just going to leave, you know, Sunday and just let's get out of here?
We need to leave that run game behind. It was awful. It was terrible. And it started up front. I understand we had some movement around, you know, Feliciano, you know, getting moved to the right guard. You know, it's kind of, you know, awkward for him to block opposite. But we just looked bad. I think we had like 140 yards on the ground, maybe a little more than that. But our running backs look bad. They average probably like 2 or 3 carries a game. And if we want to win, we got to be a little more balanced. Don't get me wrong, Josh is great in the air, but the whole first half, I mean, we struggled. So I figure if we get the run game established, you know what I'm saying, we can open up the passing game and be a little more, make the game a little more smoother. So I want to leave the running game behind, and we got to step up going forward. What I'm going to take with us is the hunger from the defensive line. I love what I saw out there. They played an amazing game. Ed Oliver, even though he wasn't like leader in tackles or he didn't get any sacks, he was very disruptive in the middle of the field. And to top it off, we were missing about 2 or 3 defensive linemen. So we didn't have that rotation that we normally would. So those players was probably more so on a gas side. than more energized because they rotate every couple plays. So the hunger of the defensive line is what I want to take with me each and every week.
Rad, how do you feel about it? What are some things that you want to take, and what are some things that you want to leave?
Well, I want to take. I think Trey White had a great week. The whole secondary, but Trey White primarily was locking down. I think he the best. Shout out to him. Yeah. I think he the best. I think right now he's playing the best cornerback in the league, or if not, one of them he played really well. Is that something I want to take? Something I want to leave. Josh nerves, like I guess he'd be just too amped, or I don't know. You know what I mean? He kind of just want everything to work so fast and not necessarily just like gonna take what they give you, kind of just get first downs, get 5 yards. In the beginning it was kind of like he I guess him being tall, just having the strongest arm, he looking for those them big plays downfield. Primarily. You know what I mean? I think if he, settled down early on and just get into rhythm sooner, quicker, it would have been a better day for him. But he figured it out down the line. But I want him to come into games, just I guess with his emotions under control more. He's young still, but I think that's a big improvement. I'm waiting to see him just become better with your emotions. Figure it out, Josh. Everything don't got to be boom, 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 boom plays. You know what I mean? You can methodically, go down the field. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to figure that out. So, but that's what I want to leave. I want him to, hold in his emotions better moving forward.
Yeah. So, I guess what I want to take from the game is, I guess I'm going to piggyback on Rad. This whole secondary just held everything down. I mean, Devontae Parker had a little bit of couple plays where, he got his catches, got his yards. But as a whole, they held it down, and they really, showed that they're probably the best unit in the NFL and secondary wise. What we can leave at the game though is, I guess, our lack of toughness on the offensive line. I think the blueprint luckily Miami's offense is terrible, but I think the blueprint that teams have shown that they can do really well against us is if they out physical us up front. And, Pittsburgh did it, the Titans did it. And even in the first half, Miami did it. Like, Dabel was calling screen plays or calling plays that normally take a little bit of time to develop. And we were just looking lost out there because the line was just getting tore up. So I want to bring throughout the rest of the season some more toughness and physicality up front, because, Josh bailed them out of a lot of situations yesterday, and he will continue to do so all season until they get it together.
Very interesting. I think I'm gonna be a little bit more critical of the game, and I'm gonna introduce a new segment. But for me, there's absolutely nothing I want to take from this game. I don't think we did anything good. I wasn't impressed about anything. I think that our saving grace is that the Miami Dolphins is the worst team in football, and I think that Sean McDermott knew that. So we were able to take a lot of liberties because there was no possible way we could lose this game. That's how bad that they are. But I'm going to introduce a new segment.
We got a lot of those type of teams on our schedule.
And that's the great thing about these next couple games coming up. But I'm going to introduce a segment, Are We Worried Yet? And the first person I'm going to bring to the forefront is Brian Dabel. I sat there. Or at least I said I stand there at the game, and I criticized him the entire game. I did not understand what he was doing, the plays he was calling. I thought it was idiotic. I thought it didn't make sense. It had no flow to the game. I mean, realistically, in the first quarter, it was 3rd and 10, and Brian Dabel called a quarterback sneak. It was like a 18 from Little League. It was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? This makes literally no sense. This is the worst play call I've ever seen in my entire life. So I'm gonna ask you, Rad. Listen, are we worried yet about Brian Dabel? Like, has he become the too cute coordinator where he's smelling himself a little bit too much?
No, I think I'm gonna piggyback on what Matt said. I think that's a product of the O line, right? When you
does he not know that we have a bad O line? Is he not aware?
But you still if they playing two safeties back.
They was not. They was playing single high most of the game.
I'm saying,
okay,
if Josh not hitting those, like early on, it just wasn't clicking. Yeah. So you got to run the ball, and like Josh is a good runner as well. So, and when you give it to the running backs, we getting stuffed. Like, you got to try to develop that running game some way, somehow. You know what I mean? To open up that passing game if it's not working. You got to figure out a way for them to commit. You got to figure out for the defense to be threatened by the run. If Josh Allen is probably right now has been running the best part, the most, I don't know. I understand what he was trying to do. I understand trying to get the quarterback in open space, a numbers game. It's a numbers game. It's something they not least expect. I'm not mad at Dabel. I think the O-line has got to be better. It's just something they least expect. 3rd and 10. I know it wasn't the best play, but we tried. We nothing was working. Nothing was working.
Hold on. What was he did and shout out to the coach at Hutch Tech. What was his name? Backus. That's what he would do. 3rd and 10 quarterback sneaks. That's insane. That's high school football.
He also kicked a field goal on 3rd and 10 before. So I'm not going to compare.
Well, he's an idiot. Yeah.
I don't agree with the play call, but nothing was. I can see if something was working. Nothing was working at the time. It wasn't like we was torching them and we could. It's like nothing was working.
But that sure was
the Miami defense. Miami defense. They have been bad early on, but coming into the season, I thought they would be better. I think they played their best game. They two cornerbacks. They just had they defense actually showed up. They got talent on the defense, and they actually showed up this game. I think.
I'm gonna combat that. But Mills, how do you feel? Are we worried yet about Brian Dabel? Is he just a little too cute for you?
No, I'm not worried.
Still the highest scoring offense in the league. Still.
Yeah, absolutely. We're top 2 in scoring, if not top 1. He's one of the best offensive coordinators out there right now.
Is he?
Don't get me wrong. I mean, some play calling may be iffy to us, but we're not out there. We're not in the high box. We can't see the field. You know what I'm saying? He's calling. He's getting put some in Josh's ear on the field, to make something happen. Like Raj said, we had a slow start. You got to take some chances, man. Josh is our best player. Once Josh start going, that pretty much gets everybody else in tune. Everybody else gets to start going. So, I mean, there's some questionable calls. It's always going to be some of those. But I think, overall, he made some adjustments in the second half, put us back on the board. So I'm not worried at all.
Matt, how do you feel?
Yeah, I'm not worried or even close to hitting the panic button, man. I mean, the first half, he may have been trying to, he could have been coming into this game looking like, hey, maybe it's time to try some new stuff since, we're going to have the luxury of them not going, they're not going to score a lot.
I hope you don't think like that.
I'm just saying it's like throwing that like out of the kitchen sink or something. Let's try something else. And Brian Flores is a defensive coach. We see those guys all the time. So they may have been throwing out disguising coverages or something like that Josh just wasn't picking up early on, and then he finally got connected with bees and got it going. So that is I'm not ready to hit the panic button or be worried about him even close.
I'm not necessarily saying hit the panic button, but I just thought it was terrible. It was god awful. Yeah. And this, it's not just this game. We've been having red zone issues. He's been calling some plays. It's just like it doesn't make sense. Like 3rd and 10 quarterback sneak is borderline insanity.
I can't lie. We've called stuff like that before, like a draw or something like that.
But not a quarterback sneak. That's it's literally insanity.
And does not make sense. To piggyback on that though, Josh was our best runner. I mean, Moss and Singletary combined for 47 yards total. Josh had 55. If you're gonna run something with like. If you're gonna run something, you're gonna go with your best runner, I guess.
I'm having a hard time.
Do it by committee.
I'm having a hard time with y'all defending a 3rd and 10 quarterback sneak. But anyways, so we can move on. We can move on to Brian Dabel, and that's fine. But let me ask y'all this.
Remember that play?
And that's the problem. It was that bad. Are you worried yet about Josh Allen? And the reason why I'm bringing Josh Allen to the forefront is because he's been off. Especially. I mean, he hit some deep passes in the past few games, a couple of them. But the Emmanuel Sanders, he was wide open. He was off on that. Rad alluded to it earlier. He's looking for the big play. Most of our success was on Cole Beasley coming across the middle of the field. That's why I thought the Miami Dolphins was one of the worst teams of all time, because we literally did the same play on 3rd down and we got it every time. But that's neither here nor there. But as far as Josh Allen, he's erratic. He's been erratic. He's not necessarily making the best decisions. Are we worried yet about Josh Allen?
I'm not worried, right? Because in years past, it will take the whole game and maybe the last drive he do something good. You know what I mean? So the fact that the first half wasn't the best, he come out in the second half and he figured it out. That shows improvement right there, that he figured it out. He used his legs. He did what he had to do. He didn't make the bad blunder play that that swings the momentum to the other team that he was doing sometimes. So if you're not, those bad turnovers, those bad sacks is taken out of his game, and we're punting more. We ending the drive on a kick, either field goal or punt. I think as a quarterback, that's improvement, especially for him, because he got all the talent in the world. We gonna score points when we get the shots. We gonna get it, and when he hit the shots, he hit them. But don't be a detriment. He's not a detriment at all. He's pretty much been our whole offense. So it's not. The question, I understand, I respect it, but no, it's not even close.
Mills, I'm gonna go to you, and I'm with Thomas, man. Thomas said a little bit in the comments. I think he's on to something. Mills, how do you feel about it?
No, I'm good. From year one to this year, I see the growth. I see the maturity. And sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit. He's gonna be a great quarterback at the end of the day. He has confidence back there. The players around him, I don't think they'll give him the opportunity to throw in a towel or to fold. I think they're gonna do whatever they can to make him be as good as he can be. They see the potential in him. Him and Stephon Diggs are like best friends right now. E-Man, he has high praises for Josh. Every interview he has, talking about how great of a quarterback he is. He ranks him up, in the top tier of the quarterbacks he's played with. And I don't think they'll give Josh that opportunity to be bad for us to panic. So,
and he played with some good players. He played some good quarterbacks too.
So I'm all for him, man. I'm ready to see what he got going, got going on going forward. And truth be told, they said he may have jumped Kyler in the MVP talks. So
I'm going to go to Matt. Matt, and let me frame it this way. Yes or no, Josh Allen has regressed from last year?
No. I mean, if you look at the stats, the completion stats, absolutely. But he's on pace to have the same numbers overall from last year, and
so he's
more confident in every single throw. I think,
but he's less accurate.
Why I guess he's less accurate, but he's also throwing a lot more. So I don't know.
And last year.
Yeah,
he's taking more chances too.
He's throwing, and he's taking. Like I said, he's more confident in his throws. There's not a throw he doesn't think he can't make, especially with this group of guys. You got Diggs, Sanders, those guys and Gabe Davis. Those guys can go down and do whatever they want. So it's more so of just a lack of executing, plays that he can make, and that I'm confident in him making going forward. So I'm not thinking that he's off now. I'm not thinking that he's regressed or it's time to worry.
Some
about
people
him.
might say it's like what Mahomes is going through. I'm not saying obviously it's not the same level, but Mahomes is so used to Tyreek Hill and Kelsey always being open down there. Sometimes they not. If they somewhat figured it out, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to take the check down? Are you willing to nickel and dime them? Drew Brees, a la Tom Brady, down the field. Are you okay with that type of offense? Can you, as somebody who as great as these two talents with the strong arm, can make any throw in the world, are you okay with the methodical that Tom Brady and Drew Brees has dime? You know what I mean? So can you adjust your game to those type of things? And I think both quarterbacks, Mahomes and Allen, gonna have to make that transition based on how the defense has been playing.
I guess it remains to be
seen. Somewhat.
It remains to be seen. And this is the last person I'm gonna hit. Are you worried yet? And Mama Coaster, she talked about it. Emmanuel Sanders, 5 catches, 68 yards in the first half. Are we worried yet about Levi Wallace? Like, is it time for us to just cut bait with him?
Devontae Parker, you mean? Yeah.
Devontae Parker.
Yeah, Devontae. Yeah.
I thought he had a pretty decent game.
Did he?
Yeah. He played to what we expected him to play at. He didn't really give up any big plays. Don't get me wrong, he gave up a couple, third downs and, but at the end of the day, he didn't give up any touchdowns. He had a couple of breakups where, the game could have changed, in their momentum. So I'm not worried about him. Would I like another corner? Absolutely. Is he good enough to get the job done? I think he can do that too. So I'm not worried.
Yeah, I'm not worried either. I think I think something that Miami did that was I thought was useful that I think the Bills should, I don't know if should do, but that RPO game, RPO game was good. He's really good with the RPO game as far as pulling up. And so we got to give up something in that type of scenario. And Devontae Parker was an open space right there, just catching the ball open space and running. So I mean, we was tackling them. So it wasn't no massive damage in plays or nothing like that. We held them when we had to hold them. But I like that RPO they did. I think the Bills should, take some of that, use that more. We did run some, but use it more maybe because our running game has been janky. But I think Levi is fine. He tackled what he'd been tackling good. They all playing aggressive. They all super confident in themselves. Everybody around him is super confident. They know they're great. Is feeding on him. I think he's fine. I ain't worried about Levi at all.
Yeah, I mean Devontae Parker is a great receiver too. It's not like he was letting like a bum.
Great is a stretch there.
Well, he's been the best receiver from Miami for the past 5 years. I've had him in fantasy every year, and he's when Fitz was there, he was getting 8 to 10 catches a game and 100-yard games.
He had one good year, Matt, last year.
I think that's the first
literally
year.
One good year.
Right?
Yes. He's been terrible for his entire career, but
not terrible.
But that's fine.
Great.
That's fine. That's fine.
He's been hurt a lot.
Yeah, he's been hurt the whole. So
either way,
highly talented, highly recruited.
Either way, like Raz said, we didn't let him destroy us. He's usually good for like a 40-yard catch in the game. We didn't give up anything like that. Besides that Gesicki play, which I'm going to argue is a push off on Micah Hyde, but. I don't think Levi's an issue at all. I think we're really spoiled with Trey and the rest of the secondary too.
And Teron is a beast. He's amazing.
He gets a bad rap that he's playing with these guys who are
not good,
all
though.
caliber.
I mean, I'm saying, like, I'm watching him get beat. Like, we can parse it however we want. No, I understand that.
But people catch passes on.
What I'm saying is, he's the weakest link. He gets picked on every game. It's a fact.
Okay.
Like, they throw to him.
You gave up? You said 5 for 68.
No, that's the first half. That's the first half, Brad.
What happened in the second half?
He got beat more. He got beat more in the second half. No, I understand that. But my question is, are we worried yet? Can we just go? We can get another player. It's not like he doesn't have to be over there,
y'all. What? For them to learn the system that Levi already knows?
And that's my problem. That's my problem with the Buffalo Bills. It's like we're so content with being like just in middle of the row.
The best defense in the league.
That's why the Rams. That's why the Rams. We're not the best defense in the league. Stop that. That's why the Rams can go out and get a Von Miller because they're looking for this.
They need him.
We're here.
They need him.
We need him. We don't have a pass rush.
Name a corner that we can go out and get right now.
We can get anybody.
Come in and be better.
They said the same thing about Von Miller. They gave him a second and third round. What did they do? They want to win now. Absolutely.
Want to give up a second?
Absolutely. What difference would it make? Yes.
For another year at peak value.
If I can win the Super Bowl. If I can win the Super Bowl, I don't care about next year, right? I care about winning the Super Bowl this year. That's our problem as Buffalo Bills fans.
That's good.
Like, what are y'all talking about?
I know how many Super Bowls the Rams have, but I don't.
They have more than the Buffalo Bills.
I'm talking about since they've been doing these deals.
I don't care what they do.
Jalen Ramsey.
They've been to a Super Bowl. They've been to a Super Bowl. We have not.
They don't have a Super Bowl for that. So
regardless,
that's fine.
That's regardless. My point is the Buffalo Bills.
That's just super fandom stuff.
We have.
Don't do that.
The issue with the Buffalo Bills is we have a blue collar mentality, but we don't think for the stars. That's our problem. We have no imagination, and that's why I hate it.
We have stars on the team because Levi is in a secondary. Levi would be a starter for any other team in the NFL, and he would probably be talked about as probably their best corner. The fact that he plays alongside Trey White.
Stop saying that, Matt. What you're saying is you're lying.
I'm not. How am I lying?
Like he's like the 47th corner DVOA.
Who's your quarterback? Trey White, or you're gonna throw at Levi Wallace?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying Levi Wallace. Right? Levi Wallace is not good. Like that's all I'm saying. We can all agree on that. Okay,
he's been playing fine.
Real quick,
not enough for you. He's been playing fine. He's fine. He's a fine corner.
Okay, he sucks. Anyways,
are we worried yet? Secondary has literally been the best secondary in the NFL this year.
Okay. Anyways, we played nobody. But we just played Tennessee and they killed us. Are we worried yet?
That's all you play.
Are we worried yet? Are we worried yet about our pass rush, our defensive line?
Thought you would. No, I'm not at all. I'm not worried. The teams that have been able to not get pressure are just teams that literally get the ball out fast, faster than anybody. Big Ben, Tannehill, obviously with the play action, he got the ball out immediately, right over there. All his success was just getting the ball out. So no, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I'm not worried either. I think they'll find some togetherness down there in the front four. Like I said, we do a lot of subbing in and out, so they don't really work together, that often, like a certain set of players, because they just mix and match. And I think once they get that chemistry together with each and every group, I think we'll be a lot more successful with the front four. But like Matt said, we getting there. A lot of quarterbacks are getting the ball out, quick as they can. But if we can collapse the pocket and get some good pressure up front in the middle with Ed Oliver and Starr, we'd be golden.
Okay.
Yeah, I think was fine.
All right.
D-line.
Let's go to our premium play segment. Let's give me one play at the game that kind of stood out to you that you can point to. This was a good play. And I'm going to go to Rat first. And Rat, let the people know who's sponsoring this segment.
716 Premium. 716 Premium is a niche lifestyle store conveniently located in the downtown area. They aim to promote health and wealth by providing many non-tobacco luxury smoking accessories, clothing, and even large selection of premium products in their premium service. They're open from 10 to 10 every day, and they even deliver now, so hit them up for delivery. Shop Premium.
So give me a play, Rat.
Premium play. I like, I don't know. You can go first, Mills. You got one? I haven't thought about it. You got one, Mills?
I mean, I guess yeah, but it was so much more so on Miami side. I don't know. I wasn't at the game, so I don't know if the atmosphere was like crazy, was really loud, but you can see the frustration in Mike Gesicki's like, whole demeanor and everything like that. And the play I'm talking about is when he went in motion. Miami was in the red zone. He went in motion. The center snapped the ball, went off Gesicki's chest, and it was a turnover. So that was my premium play. But like I said, I don't know if it was, just not being prepared on Miami side of the ball, or was Bills Mafia out there, and they just couldn't, get things together. But that was my premium play, that fumble.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go with Ed Oliver. He had two. The one where he just kind of like
one play, Matt.
I know, but I'm just saying he had two similar type plays though, where he just blew the play up. The first, the one where he just went right through the middle, where nobody touched him, and then there was another one where he got through on he disrupted a screen, and those are my plays. Ed Oliver,
yeah,
he's making plays like that all day.
There, man.
All day.
His stats wouldn't say that, but if you watch the game, he was a monster out there.
He was.
I guess I just go with the Poyer pick to just end it all. I guess that was a premium play, the Poyer pick.
I don't think we had any good plays. But so anyways, I'm just being honest.
Crazy.
To all the listeners, this is Sam's stance on everything. So we just want to throw this out there.
Listen,
this is what we got to deal with.
I want to be consistent. I want to be honest. I don't think that we had any plays that stood out to me. A lot of it was just bad. The Bills, for me, the Bills did not play a good game. It was terrible play calling. We should have beat up on a lesser opponent. They were terrible. It was like, what are we doing? It was like our offense was stagnant. It was 3-3 in the first half.
Divisional game. A lot of divisional games are tight all around the league. Especially a team that you never really beat that often. You want to go out there and get your best effort. You know what I'm saying? So
that's fine. If we want to give excuses to the team, we can do that. Anything else? Anybody else want to give another excuse?
It's not an excuse.
We won.
It's just a
fact. We won, and we won pretty easily. I mean, the first half was ugly, but it wasn't like we were in jeopardy of losing that game ever.
Well, that's because that they were that bad, not because we were that good. But anyways, we can move on.
So they scored 30 points the last 2 weeks. Tua threw for over 300 yards. We still haven't given up a 100-yard receiver. What else? We still haven't given up a 300-yard passer. So I don't know where else you want to go with it. It's not that they're that bad. It's that we're that good.
Let them know, Matt. Let them know.
We played that bad, and they're that bad. They couldn't move the ball. But anyways, Tua Tagovailoa is one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. Let's stop. But anyways, let's do this. Let's put this new segment in here. We're gonna look to the ceiling, and what I want us to do here, because we are a blue collar mentality, I want us to expand our minds. I want y'all to pick one player on the team moving forward who you can say right now they're not at their ceiling, but they can do these things to get to their ceiling, right? Y'all got me? And with this, I want to use this as a different, segment for our sponsor at Buffalo Pet Supply. So, Matt, please give the people, this trusty sponsor.
Yes, sir. This segment is brought to you by the good people at Buffalo Pet Supply. Do you have a pet? Are you looking into getting a pet or know somebody with a pet? There's only one place to send them for everything to make that pet live its best life. Buffalo Pet Supply. Specializing in fish, small animals, and reptiles, the knowledgeable staff at Buffalo Pet Supply can get you set up or maintain whatever setup you have. Stop down and see the family-owned and operated staff at 1345 Military Road in Kenmore, or give them a call at 874-1951. And same deal, mention the Overdue Bills and get 10% off your order.
Shout out Buffalo Pet Supply, where they aim for the sky. All right, so Rad, can you please give me one player where you see that their ceiling is here, but they haven't reached it yet? They can get to another level.
I mean, I can't give you one player. I'm just going. I gotta go with the obvious, the offensive line. You know what I mean? The offensive line. Earlier games we were running more effective. They were being more physical. And now I don't know if it's because our finesse mentality or we thinking Josh Allen gonna bail us out regardless. I just want our O-line to be tougher or the team to believe in them more. I don't know what it is. Is a disconnect there where, if we had a better O-line, I think that's where we just rolling over teams. Obviously, I think that's part for most players. I think everything else is intact. Our O-line to just play better. I think, and they know they can. And I think they will down the stretch. I think we're gonna get better in that area. So that's my players that can do better.
Mills.
I'm going Trey Edmonds, man. Once you figure out, his coverage in the passing game, last year, previous year, we relied on him a little more on the blitzing side of the game, and we really haven't blitzed that much this season. He's more in coverage, a little zone. He might play a little man here or there, but once he get that under control, I think he can be a top, linebacker in the league, top 7 linebacker in the league. Once he get that, that pass coverage, ability taken care of.
Matty Ice.
I'm gonna go with Greg Rousseau. Obviously, he's a rookie. His ceiling is the roof, as MJ would say. No, but his you see it. You see the flashes of greatness out there when he makes crazy plays, or he just physically dominates, gets that quick first step with his size and just all around ability. You can see that he's going to be something. But then on the other side, you see his rookie side come in, or his youth being showed just on certain plays. But Greg Rousseau for sure.
For me, it's a combination. It's Jerry Hughes and Brandon Beane. I think
Jerry Hughes don't have no ceiling.
He really want to fail anymore.
No, I know, but his ceiling is to get cut. I think that'll be the highlight of this year. I think he's dead weight. He needs to get off the team.
The man is insane.
That's just me.
That's better than leadership.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want.
Boy, King Joffrey over here. Everybody's dead.
It's just. Safe. Listen. I'm a realist. I don't have sentimental value to these players. It's just a transactional thing. If you're good, you're good. If you're bad, you're bad. Get away from me. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. I cannot win a Super Bowl with bad players around me. That's just how I look at it. All right.
That's a fair take, but I don't know how much of support you have with the players you're mentioning that we can't get there.
I don't need support.
That's why we do this.
We had Fred Jackson. Y'all all love him. Fred Jackson sucked. Didn't do anything for us. We lost. But anyway, let's move forward.
MVP candidate on a terrible team.
Move on.
On a terrible team.
Didn't win anything with him.
If we have Freddie in his prime right now, that would be crazy.
Stop it. Anyways, let's do this. Matt, if you can, let the people know who won the contest, man. Let the people know.
Yeah, so we had the contest. Once again, nobody won the Mills double up. Nobody got the score prediction right, but
nobody picked 11 at all.
Yeah, 26 to 11. I don't think anybody had the Bills in the 20s, so I think it was all high 30s, low 40s. Everybody was on the blowout side. It was essentially a blowout at the end, but anyways, our guy Fausto over at Buffalo Cigars won the contest this week, so we're gonna get that gift card over to you. And then this week we're gonna run the same contest. Week 9, you guys should know what it is. We're gonna do the score prediction for the Buffalo Bills versus the Jacksonville Jaguars game this Sunday. You're going to like the post that we're gonna clip and post tonight. You're going to give your score prediction, and for a tiebreaker, you're going to put the total yardage by the Buffalo Bills, not the total yardage by Josh Allen, which is a common misconstruement or whatever that people have every week. That's okay. But I'm just here to address is the Buffalo Bills, the total yardage. And then a little something different this week. We're going to have you tag one person in your comment because we want some more people to get in. We want some more chances to give some stuff away. this week it was only a couple people, so we want to definitely widen it out.
Absolutely. So let the people know, Matt, what the contest. Oh, you said it already.
I said it, yep.
All right, that's cool.
you'll win a $30 gift card to our beloved sponsor at Buffalo Wing Kings.
Yeah, misconstruement. I don't think that's a word.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, they made conversate a word, so they can make that a word. So
yep, it's Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, say it 7 times, it's a word. But shout out to OverdueBillsPod.com, OverdueBillsPod.com. Please go get your merch. We're thankful for everybody who participated in the breast cancer awareness month that we had. Shout out to everybody who got those pink hoodies, pink hats. We still definitely have some. So if you want some, please hit us up. For anybody you know, shout out to all the survivors. And shout out to Roswell. We're definitely going to cut that check to them.
Yes.
We appreciate them, for all that they do, and we just want to do what we can. And Matt, please let the people know what we have coming up next.
Yeah, so what we have coming up next, we have it's November, so it's Veterans Month. So we're going to do our salute to service gear. It's on the website now. So go ahead and get that order. We have a hoodie, we have a hat, and all proceeds are going to get donated to Wounded Warriors. So be on the lookout for that. And check that out now.
Absolutely. And if you know somebody
Mills, man, shout out Mills. Mills a vet.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. If you know somebody else who was in the military, get one for them. Thanksgiving is coming up. Be nice, be kind, definitely to our vets. And definitely to those who, is out there, fighting for our behalf. Shout out to all of them. And I believe that's pretty much all we have for the show. I don't think I missed anything. Did I miss anything?
Well, you mentioned Thanksgiving's coming up, which also means that Black Friday and Cyber Monday is coming up. Be on the lookout for a couple of sales we got coming up. It's gonna be good. Get those Christmas gifts early.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Please go to the site, man. Get your merch, man. We want everybody to be Overdue Bills merch at the game, man. We want it to be an Overdue Bills blackout, blue out, red out, any out, man. Just get it. As long as it say this, I'm fine with it.
In and out.
Yeah, in and out. Pause. But we end every show. You already know how we do it with a little bit of that. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey.